Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. Last week's game was a fantastic one where we showed out and had a lot of recruits really happy. But this week I have some bad news and you're not going to like it. The guy that has been our best receiver, I think all season long, Tom Baker, strained his back at the very end of the game and he's out for 6 weeks. You hate to see it. Baker's had a really good start to the year, already 4 touchdowns, only 13 grabs, but again, he's been making play after play after play, and he's been a big part of why we're winning our game so much. So that means our wide receiver core is going to be Robert Roth, RJ Riley, we're going to see Jeremy Wills get a lot more attention, as well as Terrence Williams, and Hemphill's probably going to be involved in the receiving game some. From a top 25 standpoint, because we kind of went out there and blew UVA out of the water, we now move up from number 5 to number 3. Florida and Penn State are your top 2 teams ahead of us. We have Clemson, Florida State, Indiana, Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. A lot of teams are up here, and if you're noticing that Michigan went from number 1 to number 17 because they lost to Middle Tennessee State. As much as I want to troll them, we had a lot of problems with them. We were in Conference USA, so I totally get that. And then your last couple of teams here, Alabama's sitting at number 25. How the mighty have fallen. But the best news for us is that Jason Barr is still a top of the Heisman vote. A lot of you guys want me to sort of run him more and get his yards up. Look, we don't have to do that because he's sitting in the number 1 spot, which means he is the benefit of the doubt. I get it. Yeah, he probably could have ran for 200 yards in the last episode, but at the end of the day, I don't want him to get too many carries, get hurt, and then we don't have him because we need him to win the Heisman, okay? Now, we do have a home game this week, so we have Chris Wade, Amir Carson, Nate D. Ward, and Kenny Davis all visiting us. Now, Chris Wade is an offensive lineman who, again, we're sitting the number 1 spot for, but there's still plenty of time to go. Amir Carson is a big dude on the defensive line, only 5'11", but 298 pounds. This dude is ready to push around some people. Nate D. Ward, we're sitting number 2 on his board, a 6', 182-pound corner who, again, has plenty of big-time playmaker potential. And last but not least, Kenny Davis, a 6'1", 250-pound defensive end who, again, we're sitting in the lead for, and I like our chances to make sure we land him soon. After being on the road so much this season, it feels good to finally have a home game to see what we can do. Now, it's against Rutgers, which makes things feel even better, and they got a really talented young quarterback who is ready to play. Now, keep in mind, Rutgers is 0-3 in the season, but they've actually played things, I think, pretty close for the most part against some pretty good teams. So while their record's not great, they're not bad. Our ability to tackle is bad, though. I mean, that's legit 2 plays in a row that we literally had the quarterback in the backfield and we could not tackle him. So shame on us. Running back out of the backfield, though, Nick Day goes for a loss or 2. He torched us last season, but not this year. Big play coming up. Ray Walton has to be in coverage, which is always a little scary. Billings back at shotgun, has his running back with him there. It's taking a lot of time now. They go up the middle with the running back. The running back's got an opportunity. And Nick Day gets a 7-yard rush. We shouldn't have said anything. This season has been an interesting one. We've been blowing out opponents left and right, but the injury to Tom Baker is going to be, I think, one of the big ones that challenge us, right? We've dealt with injuries. We've had adversity before, but with one of our big playmakers out, how do we respond? And I mean, not to mention, we're also letting Rutgers go all over us at the moment, so there's going to be a lot of pressure on our offense. If our defense can't stop the bleeding, things will be tough. Quarterback's taking his time. We were there. We were just too far back, and Bobby Hall goes for 6. 2nd and 4. We are trying to get some pressure on this QB. We haven't been able to sack him. We have, and he responds, but goes up the middle, and Dwayne Cole, I believe, gets there in the sack. We got to bring Hall over for coverage. Walton has to go over too. Trying to get some pressure on the QB. He throws one over here. We got Hall there, and there's a flag in the play. I got a feeling it's going to be a late hit in the QB. Let's see. Oh, perfect. I'll accept it. I mean, that's what you want to see, you know? They messed up. Now they're dug themselves a huge hole. We're going to try to get some pressure. We got a guy coming off the edge. We got Walton. He's a great tackler, not so much a great hitter. I mean, not so much a great coverage guy. I mean, Billings is absolutely torching us at the moment. This is bad. We got to do better. Lowe trying to get out to the edge. We got a couple of guys there. Chris Bass is going to bring him down after 13. I don't know what it is about the rain, but our team has the slowest starts of all time whenever we play in the rain. We've got to do better here. We're playing at home. Rutgers has had a dumb long drive to start this game. How are we playing this horrible? PJ Bean gets in there and gets a hit, but he still gets 3. Big play. They go with the run. Oh, the QB goes with it, and we stop him at the one. Ray Walton with a hit on literally the half-yard line. Now, there wasn't an injury on the play. It was actually the quarterback. So their quarterback gets injured on that play. This is a game changer. How does the backup QB respond? He goes with a run, and we got multiple guys there. He had a lane up the middle. He got scared, and we make it 4th and goal. They got to kick the field goal now. So the backup QB comes in the game. Doesn't really do a great job there on that run, and all because of that. Instead of having what is likely a touchdown, it's a field goal, which could change part of the game here. And the studio update gives us that Indiana, number 6 in the nation, loses to Illinois. Illinois has one of our, former coaches, so they're turning things around. Our first little foray in offense is with 3:40 left in the first. What a wild time that it took us this long to get the ball back. Crazy. We talked about Jeremy Willis before the beginning of the game. That dude should have, I think, a pretty good opportunity today to go out and put in some work. Cedric Riley looking to put in some work of his own. Turns up the field. Cedric Riley with one of the longest runs of his career. Riley, since Barr ain't the only guy that can run, Riley is going to take that one 61 yards to the house. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Cedric? Part of the reason that Coach Mervin McMurvin was starting to see what Cedric Thornton has is he wanted to try to explore, how Riley's going to respond when he has a little bit of competition there. And look at Stephen Lowe. Read it the whole way, and the big fella gets his interception going out of bounds. Love to see it. Now, we also just got word that Billings is out for the remainder of the game with a strained back, and after seeing their backup quarterback throw that football, that is fantastic news for Cascade Valley. But again, Riley had a little bit of pressure from Thornton getting a little bit of playing time, and we'll still play Thornton here and there, but it's just more about making sure that Riley's not getting complacent back there. Now, Barr's first 2 runs of the game don't really go super well, but again, we have plenty of time to get that going for him. Riley back. Got a guy across the middle, and he can't get it up high enough. That one's going to be incomplete, forcing a field goal. Good news for us, we have one of the best kickers in the game in Kirk Hancock. Lines up, it is nearly blocked. The blocking was not great at that one, but still the field goal is good. We get to go back to a 7-point lead. Now with Rutgers starting QB out of the game, our strategy changes up a little bit. We've got more of an opportunity to try to be a little bit more blitz heavy and have some of the blitzing work. Now they do a great job of getting this one out to the side, and they go for nearly 10. 2nd and 1, we're gonna blitz Dwayne Coleman here. Already 2 tackles in the game. Gets a big hit there to stop Nick Day after 3. Rutgers so far today has been 2 for 3 on 3rd down conversions, but that was with their starting QB. The one they didn't get was with their backup. Speaking of their backup, they actually owed Nick Day. I thought he bobbled that one, but he somehow held on to it for 4. The blitzes are coming strong here. Let's see what the offensive line can hold up on. The running back, Nick Day, looking for something. He loses even more on that one, a loss of 5. It's honestly great seeing Matthew Fowler just get in there and make some major plays. Good tackle for the loss. They had to go back to the running game. This time looks like to the backup running back. He breaks the tackle. Patterson's trying to haul him down. No one can bring this dude down, and he gets 14. 3rd and short. They got their last 3rd down conversion. What are they going to do here? Bringing Hall up in the box. QB has all the pressure in the world. John Hall got absolutely torched by a dude with the last name Miller, and he's down at the 1 after 55 yards. The one weakness for John Hall is that his press cover game is 50-50. Sometimes it's going to be beautiful. Sometimes it's going to be a nightmare. They go up the middle. The fullback takes that one in, and Rutgers has tied the game. With the way the defense is struggling against Rutgers, even with their backup QB in, there's a lot of pressure on the offense to make some big plays. And if Jason Barr is running like that, I think we're going to be just fine. But at the same time, I don't necessarily want to get in a shootout with Rutgers because it's Rutgers. They're 0-3. They haven't won a game this year. We should be absolutely torching this team, but instead we're kind of struggling. But anyone who's watched Cascade Valley through all these seasons knows we are a second-half team. We always have been. Coach Mervin McMurvin is great about making those adjustments in the second half and getting his team right where they need to be. Speaking of that, we get one to RJ Riley, who goes all the way down. It looks to be about the 40-yard line. It's crazy we already have 10, but our offense has barely been in the field today. We just got to find some ways to get these guys involved, and we'll be just fine. Riley's got a guy, dots him up here, and it's Riley who has it and then drops it. A lot of guys up in the box here for Rutgers. Little run up the middle for Barr. It's not much, but it makes it 3rd and 8. We've had 1 3rd down conversion attempt today, and it honestly didn't go very well. Trying to convert this one. Barr just didn't have the blocking, and he gets lit up on that. Where we are with the rain, with how that kick was sort of a little close last time, we're going for it here, but we need just something better on offense, a spark. Throwing one deep, it's going to be close, and it's over the head of Jared Gold with turnover on downs. Things ain't looking so good in Cascade Valley right now. What we need from our defense is to get another turnover. The last one we had was fantastic. We got 3 points off of it. A touchdown would have been better, but the team has to go ahead and rally around this defense doing something, and those broken tackles aren't helping. 2nd and 10. A lot of guys in man coverage here. Ooh, big hit in the backfield. Patterson comes in and drops him for a loss of 1. Big play here. We've held the running back to be like 8 for 18, so that's a W, but we got to get those 3rd down conversions stopped. They go with a halfback screen. We are completely exploited here. We got no one, and Hall is going to stop him and make it 4th and 1. Thank God, what a play by John Hall. Now, after a 6-yard return by Mike Hemphill, we have the ball still inside the 20, so we have a long way to go. Riley hits him with a play action fake. Nice little blitz pickup. He's got a guy deep. He was trying to get enough time to throw, but he's unleashed that one. That's Jeremy Willis, the big fella who looks like a tight end, built like a tight end, but he's inside the end zone because he's stupendous. That's one of those plays we absolutely needed. If we didn't get that touchdown, it might have been one of those 50-50 drives, but I mean, wait for our guy to step up bigger. Look at their quarterback trying to go somewhere, breaking tackles. Are you kidding me? Look, I don't know a lot about Bobby Simmons, but I do know one thing. The dude's got some heart, and he is absolutely showcasing it today. Now, Day goes up the middle here, making it 3rd and inches. The guys are a little slotted out wrong in coverage. We can give Ray Walton a fighting chance to try to do something here. Now, we hit across the middle, but there's no safety help because we blitz everybody, and Hall gets 10. Here we go on 1st down again. Rutgers is finding ways to make some plays. They throw just a light toss out here to the right, and it goes for 5. 2nd and 5. How can our guys respond? We gotta get a stop. We cannot allow Rutgers to keep moving the ball at this crazy pace. Steven Lotus tore a dude's ACL. Rutgers is 5 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. It's kind of crazy how good they've been. Trying to get the defense height, playing the pass the whole way. They go with the screen. We got a couple of big fellas there, and Patterson goes from defensive tackle all the way to the other sideline and makes a play. What a stop. Jamal Patterson has definitely been an under-the-radar guy. He's sort of been, a spot starter for a bit and hasn't really found his way all the way, but that dude has made some plays in his career. This has been one of the worst first halves for Jason Barr. He does not do good in the rain, and you're definitely seeing it right now. They have been stopping this dude left and right, and we're just trying to find ways to get him to get going. We have yet to convert a single 3rd down. We've only had 2 of them, but no conversions. Like, what are we doing here? Riley back, sees the guy. It's Jeremy Willis, who has been killing this defense so far today with another big grab. In the absence of Tom Baker, Jeremy Willis has over 100 receiving yards in the first half. That's just mind-blowing to me. He's been everything we've needed right now. Blocking, not so much. 2nd and 10, Riley in shotgun here. Has Jared Gold immediately. Jared Gold's gonna try to break the tackle, but they wrap him up after 15. All of our timeouts still. We're in almost scoring territory. I love what I'm seeing. Going with the halfback screen, looking for some blocking. Jason Barr, it's not incredible, but it is 7. Another opportunity here, under a minute left. Riley looking for a passing attack. He's got Robert Roth across the middle, who again gets us a 1st down. We're going to use our first timeout here with 45 left. Look, we've ultimately had some problems on defense with getting stops or giving up long drives and giving up big plays. So our goal here is literally to try to get some more points on the board. Field goal, touchdown, whatever it essentially is, I'm here for it. Dropping. Throwing one that was risky, but Riley brings it in. Got a little bit of time to play with. We're going to go with the run of the first one. Barr cuts up the middle, and look, that is what, 2nd and goal. Let's call a timeout. What the heck? Hey, they got to be out of their minds on that one. That was 100% a touchdown. What we need, though, is Barr getting a touchdown here. He has had such a sloppy, weird, not blocked for game that we need him to get in the end zone and see that pay dirt and realize that he can still be a major contribution. Rutgers is one final play here. 2nd and 3, you imagine they're probably going to do something, I thought, deep, but they end up going for a short play. Okay, so this is their final play. They were just trying to get their quarterback to a spot where he could chuck it down the field. He's pretty much almost at the 50-yard line. We're trying to get a little bit of pressure on him. We do get a hit. That is going to be Mullins coming off the edge, forcing him to just throw an incomplete pass. And we're going to halftime 24-10. Has it been pretty? No. But are we up? I mean, technically, yeah. The best news we could get, though, is the fact that here we are with the ball in the start of the 2nd half. So all that momentum we had, we can sort of run with it here and see if Jason Barr can keep things going positive. Barr lining up a QB. We haven't really run the Wildcat too much this year. Fakes the handoff to his boy. Robert Roth just needed one block, and if he had it, we could have got to the edge. A tough game for Barr. Is averaging 2.7 yards per carry, which is way less than half of what he usually does. Going right to him here, though. We believe in the young fella. He's got the speed. He's got the moves. He makes a couple of there, and a 1st down is a 1st down. Keep the positive vibes going. We know he's a Heisman-level talent. We know that he needs to have big, important games, and this is a game that we got to sort of uplift him a little bit. He's struggling. Going out a little bit. We had a guy going deep. We kind of wanted to go to him, but instead Riley does pick up 11. I believe that was RJ Riley running deep, and it was super tempting to throw him the football, but a turnover at this part of the game would just be less than ideal. But there's the Jason Barr we wanted. A nice little slippery move. 2nd and 5. In with a little play action. Testing it. It's deep, and it's Willis again inside the red zone. A 32-yard grab. He's having a heck of a day. Right where we want to be. Back in the red zone where we've been really good. And Barr says, you ain't tackling me this time. Jason Barr might be his longest run in the game. 12 big yards. He's in the end zone for the 2nd time. That's why you want to make sure your game plan's set up right. We got a nice touchdown at the end of the 2nd half. Kept them from getting back in the end zone as well. And here, all of a sudden, we got a 21-point lead. This crowd at our brand new home stadium is going crazy, and you love to see it. Look, we put a lot of money into this new renovated stadium, and it's working out really well for us at the moment. Their quarterback tries to go somewhere, and Mario Moses says, not today. Both tackles that Mario Moses has today been for a loss because he has just been putting as much pressure as humanly possible on this quarterback. Backup starter, whoever it's been, he's been there. Now they go with a run here. It's going to be a pass here. They go short. It's going to be 4th and 5. Our defense definitely can struggle at times when it's a close game, but once we get a lead, man, they settle in. It might be all she wrote for this team. Like, we don't really give up many big leads. I mean, you're even seeing the offensive line block significantly better there. Barr with another great run. He's trying to bounce one here. Looks for something. Can't quite get that spin move back inside, but he goes for 3. And look, I think Barr's in a really good spot in today's game. Yes, he doesn't have the crazy yards we're used to, but he's still been... Oh, this might be bad. It's dropped. That's okay. But even though Barr doesn't have the crazy yards that we're used to, he still had 2 touchdowns, which will help out his production an absolute ton. Here we go here with Hemphill in line. Don't really see any options here. We're going to throw one, and that's going to be a pick. We're going to unfortunately see that one get intercepted. We're going to try to bring him down. He stumbles, and he goes down at the 20. Rutgers makes a good play all of a sudden. Now we got to see what we can do. Their defense stepped up for them. What can their offense do? And Bobby Simmons, who's had a not bad game despite the interception, is trying to figure things out. And that's what's going to happen. You throw 2 risky passes like that, one of them is bound to get picked off when you're playing in a major college program, and this time they go in the end zone. So Terry Cade, first touchdown of the game for him. Bobby Simmons strikes back. With a lead cut to 14, the offense has a little bit of something to prove, to be honest. We're going to see a little adjustment here by Riley. He's moving around. They haven't really blocked for him a ton today, and he fumbles it. We try to keep the run going and juke him out of his shoes, but instead we lost the football. Such a good game at the start for Riley, but it's been a little bit in shambles here, and they burn John Hall for the 2nd time today. It's Hall-on-Hall crime as Rutgers is back in the end zone again. Okay? We talked about the fact that our team doesn't really give up big leads, but here we are, giving up a big lead. You hate to see it. Nice route here by RJ. Riley's going to keep it moving, and he's down inside the 50. One of the big game changers, though, has been the pressure Rutgers has gotten on the quarterback. It's made Riley a little uncomfortable. He throws it. That's not good. Rutgers is going to tie this game up. We're in shambles. Rutgers defense has come to play, and because of that, we're seeing a little bit of a quarterback change. It's not going to be for permanent. We just got to get something in there to be a little bit fresh. And look at Barr. The threat of Thornton running also got Barr a little bit more open, and he goes 15 up the middle. This change is more about giving Riley an opportunity to sit back, clear his head, and then get back on the field pretty soon. Nice little pitch out here to RJ Riley. Makes a good move. He keeps it going, and he gets 9. The rushing attack is absolutely killing it right now. Thornton coming in, just giving us a little bit of a move. Barr goes to the middle, breaks the tackle, and goes for 5. Thornton back under center. Nice little play action. He's got a guy wide open. He's going to find him. That's going to be Robert Roth. He's going to move himself inside the 15. This is the first Cascade Valley has moved the ball down the field like this in a little bit. They've been struggling, and Thornton is definitely providing a little bit of fresh air. Thornton rotating around. Thornton gets out of bounds. He picks up, looks to be 9, and we're almost there. At the same time, I don't think you attribute everything to Thornton here. I think we've also changed the play calling up to be a little bit more run heavy, and that's obviously helped out a ton because all our mistakes have been pretty much in the air. At the same time, Riley did fumble as well, so we have that to deal with, but the touchdown vulture in here, Sean Stewart, up the middle. You already know, we'll take it. With us having a touchdown lead, we're going to see what we can do here on defense, but defense has been not great. Oh, no. Defensive guys are all over the place. Trying to get some coverage a little bit better. They go across the middle. Walton's going to get his guy torched, and another first down for Rutgers. I don't know if we're going to win this game, but Rutgers' backup quarterback has been incredible. 1st and 10 again. Big hit by Josh Cole. Last play of the 3rd quarter. Rutgers goes out to the edge. Fowler, you got to catch that. We brought you back for a reason. Dropping our guys back in coverage a little bit. Look, this has been a scary game. Top teams have been losing all over the country recently. We don't want to be one of them. And we just might be the way we're giving up yards. John Hall, Doug Hall, whoever you want to say, no one named Hall has been having a good game unless you're playing on Rutgers today, because their receiver Hall has been torching us today, and you can't really cover him. 2nd and short coming with the blitz. No pressure on the QB, but Hemphill, who has bailed us out so many weeks. Hemphill goes up, makes a big play, and we got the ball back. Mike Hemphill, what a play. We got Cedric Riley back in the game. He's had a little bit of time to think about what's been going on and his mistakes, and we'll see how he does here. Like, I get it. Riley's had a not-so-great game, but he's still been good enough this season to deserve to be the starter. We're going to trust him in crunch time. Okay. Rutgers has played us really well. I don't know what it is, man. The offense is clicking last drive. This one, it's been a bit of a struggle, but we do have Jason Barr wide open here. Barr's going to be in the open field, which is always dangerous. And they get him down after 27, but that's still a W. Keeping it moving. Stewart comes in. Barr's been used pretty heavily. Stewart gets a couple of yards again. Chew the clock. Starting to chew the clock a little bit more. 2nd and 6. Little halfback toss out here to Stewart. Stewart making some great plays. Stewart trying to get all the way out, and Sean Stewart. You see a touchdown. Vultures, excuse me. I got some plays. That's one of those plays we sort of held on to. We haven't really used a ton, and good God, was it great. They're going with the run. We got a lot of guys over there. He cuts back. What a run by Day. Oh, no. We got him. It's a big drive. You got a 14-point lead. Rutgers knows they have to get some points on the board. They cannot stall out here. The QB read options have been all over our defense, and we can't stop them. Now, Day actually has a strained shoulder, so we're not going to see him for a few. That might impact their running game a little bit because their backup isn't as good. But at the same time, we've all seen when their backup QB is done, and nothing but incredible stuff. Goes to the running back. We miss on Chester Morris, and he gets even more yards. Simmons approaching 200 yards passing. He's been great. We thought we might have had an easy game, but that dude has battled and kept his team involved. He throws one over Cole's head, but John Hall makes a great deflection. And again, John Hall has not had his best game, but that was a great play. Across the middle again, wide open for us. Playing the pass pretty much the whole way. Simmons and Morris, the only guys in the backfield. They do go for the run. He stretches it out to the edge. We got Ray Walton there who almost gets kind of sort of run over. This is the most stressful game from a defensive perspective we've had in a long time. Our guys are getting absolutely torched. Patterson trying to push the pile a little bit. He's got a couple of guys there. Moses and company, we stripping. It was a strip sack. He ends up going down for a loss of 8. They get the fumble back, but still great play. Dwayne Cole, have yourself a game. I mean, what a play to get a strip sack. Unbelievable. Love to see it. Another run. Josh Cole tracking him a little bit, and they stop him after 6. Big play coming up. Moving a lot of our guys around. We know it's a pass. Can we stop it? That's the only question we have. With the way he's throwing that, yes. With how much man we've run, the zone really tripped him up a little bit. 4th and goal. Oh, we left him open across the middle, but he's not going to get in the end zone. We got everybody there. There's no shot, and we're going to get a huge stop with 2.5 minutes left. 541 yards total offense, but the interceptions, the turnovers really killed us today. 2.5 minutes left. All we got to do is basically chew the clock, get a couple of first downs, let Jason Barr do what Jason Barr does best, and that is seal this game. What's wild to me is despite averaging like 2.5 yards per carry earlier in the game, Barr's probably going to end up with over 100 yards today, which just seemed impossible considering how he started this afternoon. 2 minutes left. Rutgers has used their first timeout. Barr again in the backfield, but they drop him for a little bit of half a yard. Second timeout used by Rutgers. Again, a first down is kind of imperative here. We need this. They blitz a lot. Barr trucks one dude, but I mean, it's 3 people trying to take him down. I think we got a punt. So we simmed the punt like we always do. But apparently they went for it on 4th down. I don't understand what happened. The 4th down play is not there. I'm confused. They must have blocked the punt. Lamau, I don't know what's happening. 1st and goal. Rutgers has the ball, and Hemphill gets burned for 5 yards. Rutgers is right back in this. This is for the game. This is absolutely for the game right here. They recover this, I'm nervous. Oh my God. They recovered it. We have prided ourselves on not giving up big leads, not choking games, but a backup quarterback, a backup running back are about to do the unthinkable if this defense doesn't turn things around. Halfback screen. We got guys everywhere. They lose 11 big yards. That was Mario Moses making a fantastic play that really just put a lot of pressure on them. They got to burn something here by going for an incomplete pass to make it 3rd and 21. I don't think that was probably the move to burn, a down, but to each their own. They throw a little corner route. Hemphill gets a hard hit, but it's going to be 4th and short. They've went for a 4th down one time today. We've been able to stop them on that sole opportunity they tried. Can we get a big stop here for the pass play? Simmons makes the adjustments. Lowe's trying to get some pressure. An absolute dot is thrown, and Walton hits him across the middle. Definitely starting to get a little bit nervous now. Playing the pass the whole way. Rutgers again, out of timeouts. Minute 3 left. They have a lot of time, and they're running a really smart offense. 2nd and 3, 59 seconds left. Running back stays in. We got pressure coming off the edge. He breaks a sack, but he can't break that one. Big time players make big time plays, and that one is going to be Patterson for his first sack of the game. Playing the pass again. Oh, they're sending everybody deep. Cole's going to come back. The quarterback sitting too pretty on that one. This one's going to be John Hall decapitating the dude. Trying our best. It's going to be tough. 1st and 10 again. Simmons clocks that one. The only potential good news that potentially comes out of here is that if they do score, we have a little bit of time with 3 timeouts, so things could still be happening. The quarterback, though, gets hit. Another big shot off the edge. That was David Jones coming in for that one. They're back in shotgun here. They go for the running back out of the backfield. That's the backup. He's going to go down and make it 4th and 13 with clock running out. This is it. This is the last play. Drop our guys back. Get your responsibilities. Play coverage properly. No! On the doorstep, we stop him at the 1. That was for the game, and we get the biggest hit we could have possibly gotten to make sure we walk out of here with a W. That was scary. That was too close, but a W was a W. That's all that matters to me. Somehow, some way, Barr stepped up in the second half. 2 touchdowns, 45 yards in the air, 104 in the ground. We're staying undefeated. Recapping the stats today, Cedric Thornton came in, threw 1 pass for 27 yards. What he did in the ground is more important. Riley went 13 of 20, 288 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. It was not a good game by him. On the ground, we see Barr go for 104 and 2 touchdowns with a couple broken tackles. Riley had a massive run for 61. Didn't do much in the ground outside of that besides fumbling. And then Stewart, 3 for 50, including 2 touchdowns. One of those, which was absolutely incredible. In the air, Jeremy Willis, 4 for 151. It started off incredible. It was a big part of why our offense was so huge. And then we kind of went away from him, which there's a lot of reasons why. Barr had 45. We see Riley with 3 for 70. Roth at 34. Gold had 1. On the defensive side, Ray Walton had 8 tackles. Hall had 7. He got burned a lot. Cole came up huge today. One of the best games he's played by far. 4 tackles were lost by him. 2 sacks ultimately by him. David Jones had a sack. So did Patterson and Moses. Interceptions. 1 by Hemphill, which was huge. And then 1 by Sean Lowe, which was also huge early in the game. The defense was sort of bleeding and giving up a lot of points. But at the same time, our offense turning the ball over 3 times. 2 in the air, 1 on the ground. Didn't help them out at all. We have to do better. We will do better. And we got to hope that there's no more rain games in the schedule. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.